back to Skyride Limited. I am Jesse, and welcome to the backyard of our Airbnb here in Huntington Beach. We are out here for Kite Party. Unfortunately, as you can see, today's Friday, the day before Kite Party official, and usually one of the sort of days we hang out and fly anyways. It is raining this year, so we're hanging out around the Airbnb right now, doing some kite maintenance and kind of getting ready for Saturday and Sunday, which are looking to be much better weather days. So I thought I'd take some time and do another kite bag tour for you guys. And today we have a full set of kites, a little like I've done a couple times. Today we're going to look at the Canvas Kite Designs Spur SEs. Okay, so we're going to do these a little out of order and start with the Standard, which is a kite that you guys actually would have seen in the first kite bag tour video. So this is what Canvas calls a white label. You can see the white tail label there. So a white label because it has an extinct or a specialty material in it. So in this case, all of these feature a single Reuben wingtip. This Standard, as I understand it, is an updated version of the Skyburner Spur, which Devin from Canvas also designed. When they started Canvas, John at Skyburner Kites, John Turnbull, let them bring the Spur with them and update it. So these are considered, or these are called Spur SEs or second edition, and they've got some construction and other tweaks that differentiate them from the Skyburner kite. So this is the Standard, framed in 5PT and 2X, and it's a fun little kite. Could almost be classed as urban. It's the smallest of the Canvas line, and it's quick and nimble, and you can kind of throw it around the sky a little bit. We'll do some really generous things if you find the right input level. So these were actually delivered 1 year ago for Kite Party, this one and the UL. They were the last of the original 6 launch kites of Canvas that I bought, and they've been with me for a while, and they are so very much fun in small spaces. The last video that would have gone up, you would have seen one of the other kites in this video that I flew on 20-meter lines right next to Niagara Falls, and we'll talk about that kite in just a few minutes. But for now, hang tight, and we're going to grab the Super Ultralight. Okay, so here we have the Spur SUL, also with its Reuben wingtip. This one is framed in Skyshark 2P, and a newer composite offering radius tubes. These are radius Fs, I believe. Yeah, radius Fs. You'll also notice no top spreader here for weight reduction. I'm pretty sure when John and Devin delivered this kite, they told me this kite's under 150 grams, which is really, really light. In a previous video, I made a comment that weight isn't everything in an SUL, performance is, and this one is light. It is also a performer. I have flown it in 1 mile an hour, and it flies. You're not really working to fly it. It's a lot of fun on really short lines. Again, being such a good urban kite, the Spur lended itself really well to SUL and to be able to be flown in tight spaces. I suspect you could, with a little bit of work, probably get it to fly indoors. This is also, as I recall, the second SUL that was delivered, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Some of the other interesting refinements, they shrink the nose patch and yo-yo stops pretty dramatically to help the weight come down. It's light and bouncy, but really well supported, so it can be thrown around pretty well. At no point when you're flying this kite does it ever really feel fragile. So that's the SUL Spur. Let me change kites. We're going to grab the UL, and we'll keep going. All right, so here is the Ultralight. Again, a little different framing, back with a top spreader. Looking at a P100 and I believe 3 PT lower spreaders. Again, with that that Reuben Reuben wingtip. So one of the other fun things on this set, I didn't know what they were going to look like outside of the single Reuben wingtip, and that they were going to be monochrome otherwise. I had John and Devin do the colors on them, and I didn't know what they looked like until they showed up. They didn't even post a picture of them. I got a weird cryptic picture of some of the panels when the SUL and Strong were done, but no way could you discern what the layout was going to be from the pile of fabric on the table. So a little lighter, a little more able to be thrown around, but stronger and more resilient than the Super Ultralight. It's a really good set of kites. They've done a really nice job with them as an accessible sort of throw it around kite. Not as full capable as the intention of the Crux, but not meant to be either. It excels at what it excels at, which is going fast, stopping on a dime, and being thrown around the sky, which is fun. It's a lot of fun. So let me grab the last in the family, and we'll kind of wrap it up. So, the last of the family is the Strong. Pause and sort of side note here. If you're not familiar with the term Strong, a Strong is sort of a heavier standard, usually framed with more mass so that you can use that in higher winds. The Spurs really excel in bumpy winds as well, in turbulent air, which is why when I went to Niagara Falls this past week and took the time to fly, this was the kite I chose. The winds were up and down between 8 and probably 15. So this kite in those bumpy winds coming off the falls and surging up and down really acquitted itself well. It's a 300 spine, 200 upper spreader, 7 PT lowers, and I think a 2X leading edge. The Strong might be my favorite of the family with the extra mass. It bonus rotates pretty much every time. It will also kind of sneak up on you if you're not ready, so you really have to be very cognizant of your tension management on the lines. But it's also, in my opinion, the prettiest of the four in silver charcoal black and the Reuben tip as well. It's a lot of fun to throw around, being that it has that extra mass. You can really sort of just give it some time and it'll rotate and it'll double and triple things that shouldn't necessarily have been doubles or triples, but around and around it goes. Still pretty bouncy, but again, because it's massed up, it stiffens the kite up a bit from the other members of the family. So that's it for the 3/4 size canvas offering in my bag. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you'll stick with us here through this weekend as we try to get some weather and fly. Hoping to go live at some point this weekend, and I'm going to also have some other content from the weekend with some of the cool folks that are here. So thank you as always for watching, liking, subscribing, and we'll see you next time.